we always say the leader's the person doing the right thing. So we try to make leadership accessible to everyone. Keontae and Kaysen are great examples of that. They've led with the way that they've approached camp. But the guys that have been around, they know what we're doing, and I think they believe in it to some degree too, or to a large extent, and that's helpful. So it's not necessarily. Sometimes it's like they can finish your sentences, but are they really committed to what it is? But I think they've seen that this stuff works environmentally, especially the way that we approach it every single day, and I think they're committed to that, and it's very powerful when the players are carrying that. That's really what you're after.
Guys, another quality that Mark Daigneault talked about with the rookies and any new players coming in is that they're willing to ask questions, and that shows a sign of humility, that they understand that they don't know what they don't know, and a lot of times guys might come in and try to act like they know more than they do, and so guys that are asking the right questions, asking good questions, being willing to humble themselves to the team and to the coaching staff, that goes a long way in OKC to help them learn to grow and develop the way that this team wants them to.
All right, thank you, Nick. And Ousmane Dieng, boy, he had major ambitions on that drive. Looked like he was ready to cock it back. But just to follow up Nick's point, Michael, about these young players coming in, they've got some guys that they can look up to now because there's enough continuity. There's enough guys in this Thunder team that have a couple of years under their belt. They know what Mark Daigneault and the Thunder are trying to instill in them. And it makes it easier for them because they can get on board quicker.
Well, and I thought they showed a lot of that last year, patience and perseverance over the course of an 82-game schedule. That's something that doesn't necessarily, coincide with a young team. And they showed that down the stretch. Played some really solid basketball. Different guys stepping up and leading at different times of the ball game. Season as the Thunder continue to knock down the threes. This time Ousmane Dieng. There again, there's that spacing on the floor, that ball movement, and getting the right pass. That pass is going to the right guy on that drive to the bucket or that swing pass.
Good to see Ousmane Dieng healthy after that wrist injury. Really kind of set him back last year. There's Graham from the outside. Jack White on the floor, trying to contest that shot from Barlow. As White making his Thunder debut. He won a ring with the Denver Nuggets a season ago, a two-way player. Been a part of some very successful basketball programs, going back to his college days at Duke, Australian-born player. Played with Josh Giddey for the Australian national team over the summer. So that's 6'7". He's got some time in the league, 17 games.
And how about
the Nuggets last year?
As you mentioned, how about that? Your rookie year, you win an NBA championship, and you realize how hard it is to win an NBA championship, period, let alone win one in your rookie season. And you talk about the experience he learned from that journey in Denver.
Well, he also won a title in the NBL. And a contest as the Thunder just eat up Barlow. As Johnson using the physicality. And it's going to be Thunder basketball with 16 seconds on the timer.
Yeah. A lot of heavy fouls going on right now. Officials letting them play, and I like that. Not that I'm saying this is 90s basketball. I'm just saying I like it when they let the game flow a little bit on both ends.
And the more physicality, the better.
Yeah, well, this is good. Oh, how about this? Come on. I've already said it, but I'm going to say it again. That's nasty.
That's the first one of the year.
I mean, come on. That is beautiful, man. He's 6'10". And, he's still growing into his body.
He's still just 19 years old, which was just so interesting about Dieng. And obviously, he was young last year and coming over, making the transition from France. Yeah. And you see the fluidity and the ball handling, and then the finish like that, and you realize why he was a high lottery pick.
And like I said, you're talking about a guy that's 6'10", man. He's not 6'1", because y'all make it look easy when y'all do that. But when a guy like that makes a move off the dribble and can get around the defense and make a play like that and finish, and you know what, too, man, it looked pretty. It didn't look pretty.
It did.
It looked pretty.
Capital P. I think it had a little extra spice to it. Thompson using the screen from another two-way player, and Olivier Sarr. As we come up on the final minutes here of preseason game number 1 in downtown Oklahoma City, back at Paycom Center, the home of the Thunder. Off-season over, summer is over, back to work, back to business. There's that three. Drops in for Rice. Timeout, Oklahoma City. Timeout, Mark Daigneault. As we come up on the final minutes, we'll have the close and the finish for you when we come back.